Black Power, Black Beauty, Black by popular demand. This is Black's History Month, a 28-day celebration of Black exploitation films. From director Lee Frost, the same man who directed The Thing with Two Heads, comes the Black Gestapo. Wow, so that's the name y'all going with? Well, maybe they just thought it sounded cool. Surely they wouldn't compare it to actual, there's actual footage of Nazis. The Black Gestapo is also known as Ghetto Warriors, but I see why that's not the main title, because it definitely doesn't fit. In this film, Rod Perry from the TV show SWAT is General Ahmed, a local leader who runs a small army, a people's army if you will, who's supposed to be protecting the people of the city of Watts from a gang of mafia type dudes who harass the citizens and extort the black businesses for money. But from where I'm watching, he and his army are doing a pretty piss poor job of it. Goodness gracious, they suck. Look, if somebody manages to pick you up off the ground and hit you with the gut buster, you might as well just clock out and go home. It seems I'm not the only one who thinks the small army could be just a little bit better, because Ahmed's second in command, Colonel Koja, is pretty much begging for them to take things in a different direction. I know you recognize Koja. He's played by Charles Robinson. He's mostly known for the TV show Night Court, but more recently, he could be seen on internet memes around the start of every school year, because he was Nate in the movie Set It Off. And you see, he's in a bind. He just needs 6 guys from Ahmed so that he can realize his vision. What? Only 6? Yeah, I question it, but he gets results with this half-dozen squad. They managed to run one mob guy off the road and set him on fire. They prevent some goons from extorting money from a local business, and in the most graphic scene in the movie, they corner and castrate one of the mafia guys as payback for a sexual assault on Ahmed's girlfriend. So sounds like everything is working fine to me. What could be the problem? Well, the problem is that power corrupts, and soon, Koja and his army starts taking protection money for themselves and dealing more drugs than the mob ever did, even moving into a larger base that doubles as what looks like a compound for white women. Got to be a deeper commentary there. It's at this point where the movie kind of loses me. It spends the first 45 minutes or so with the People's Army going to war with the mafia, and then it just unceremoniously drops it. There's barely any explanation or reasoning. The mob just simply gives up and leaves. Also, during that entire war, Ahmed was also nowhere to be found, despite supposedly being the leader and the star of the movie. He gave Koja his 6 guys, and I BS you not, isn't seen again until nearly an hour into the movie. Basically, around the time that the film shifts into a Rambo-style one man against an entire army narrative. Eventually, clueless Ahmed learns what the new People's Army is up to and goes on a mission to destroy his creation and Koja. It's definitely some weird and disjointed storytelling, and it's made even weirder by the fact that Koja seemingly acquires a giant army overnight, all decked out in new gear that looks suspiciously like SS uniforms. Now you see where the movie gets its title from. Director Lee Frost was known for his early sexploitation films, and it shows here, because this is another one of those movies where breasts just pop out for no reason. If it's a woman in the scene, oh you better believe them things coming out. It's mandatory in this movie. It feels like more focus was put into that and the other exploitation elements than making a coherent story, which is a shame, because it kinda had potential. It feels weird to say this, but despite having a higher budget and better actors, the Black Gestapo isn't really better than The Thing with Two Heads. Maybe if they left the mafia stuff out completely and just focused on Ahmed getting his revenge on Koja, it might have been better, because the clever tricks he uses towards the end of the film is the best part and where all the action is. Instead, the Black Gestapo goes more for shock value, which was a bad war strategy.